Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
How's this?
That's more like... Aye. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
I'll be right back.
I'll have a beer.
Christ almighty.
God bless. Is there something you need?
This again.
Blessing.
Stop a while, my good man.
I'll be glad to have a drink with you fellows.
That's precisely what young Petska and me are doing here. We like to roll dice too.
Oh, I'll be more than happy to play with you.
No worries there. I'm Bohush. Me and Petska here are just...
Not that it's any of my concern.
Well, the roads can be very perilous nowadays, so it's good to have a piece of steel for protection, right? Luckily, it usually only takes a well-aimed smack or a couple of punches.
You say you're good at wrestling?
Oh yeah, I could show you if you want.
Well, I'll wager I'm a better fighter than you any day, Bohush.
You're on! I'll gladly...
Yeah.
You can't stand up to this!
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy your dirt pie? Seems I won our wager. Have yourself a great day.
so hungry I could eat a... horse. I can't swim.
Is that supposed to be a threat? There, that's enough of that now. Hey there, stop.
God be with you, Sir Knight.
And which one might that be? You see, I know several of them. It's an old and respected house.
Well, my lord resides in Ratai, on Sasau.
Him I don't know, but I rode with the old Captain Chenyak of Lipa when Emperor Charles was still with us.
Forgive me, sir, but that's before my time.
Well, of course. Half a century has passed since those glorious battles against the Hungarian troops. Ah, and all I'm left with today is debts.
So you fought for Emperor Charles, the father of our King Wenceslas?
Indeed I did. My boy, he was a pious and clever king, and as cunning as the devil.
So you stand with Wenceslas too?
Always. The apple has fallen far from the tree. Young Wenceslas is just a foppish coxcomb. Well, safe to say, it's all going to the bloody dogs.
You have debts. Why? Because of the war?
On the contrary, when my neighbor Deslav was on his deathbed, he begged me to deliver his inheritance to his nephew. But that troublemaker is all fighting in Poland somewhere.
A will is a sacred affair. But are you really going to go all the way to Poland?
Certainly not. I'll leave the money in the hands of a monastery and be done with it. Problem is, I incurred a bloody fine on the way and had to pay it out of the inheritance.
So, sir,
Gladly. I might. What game would you like to...
Wagoners.
Let's play.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. That's as far as I go. It's yours. My God, I'm done. Damn it, I'm so fucked. Put that way, so you have a weapon. Big deal. That's right.
Nice place. Too bad I never learned to fish.
You're a dead man!
Dead. And robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. There was no trace of mutt. There's something lying over there. I hope it's not mutt. A nice bit of venison. And something took a good bite of it. Could mutt have been here? Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb in this place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him.
me, Henry. Where is that girl dawdling?
That sage needed a lower flame.
Will you help an old woman, young man?
I left that chamomile on the fire too long, I reckon. Should I have boiled that chamomile for a shorter time?
Will you help me, Henry? Will you help an old woman, young man? Have you seen Pavlena anywhere, Henry? I don't like this. It's not usual for her to be gone so long.
Did I boil that wormwood too long?
Where is that girl dawdling? Will you help me, Henry?
Has something happened?
My daughter, Pavlena. Remember her? She was here when I was healing you two.
I remember. What's wrong with her?
She's missing. It's not like her to be wandering around like that. She goes to Troskovitz to sell baskets, but she knows I can't manage on my own, so she never stays away for long. These old eyes of mine can't see nothing much. Pavlena has to take care of me. She's a good girl, that lass of mine. I'm very worried about her. You understand? What if something's happened to her? God forbid. I can't look for her myself, but you could. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I've no one else to turn to.
All right, good wife.
Thank you, Henry. If I was you, I'd ask in Troskovitz. That's where she was heading last time I saw her. And if she arrived, someone must have seen her. And you can look in the hut in her place. My old legs ain't up to climbing.
I wanted to ask you something. Do you think anyone might want to hurt Pavlena?
These are evil times, Henry. I dread to think what could happen to a young girl alone on the road. And besides, the folk in
What have the Troskovitz people got against?
I'd rather not talk about it, Henry.
But what if her disappearance is...
Well, we haven't always lived here in the rocks, you know.
Right. And how come you left?
Left? They threw us out. A childbirth went awry, and we were driven away by all the lies told about us.
Went awry? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure the good folk of Trust...
Pavlena is young, and...
She is. Not her mother died in childbirth, and there was no one but me to take care of her.
Well, as a midwife, I'm sure you've seen it often.
All too often, lad. But that's the lot of women. Or is it any different where you're from?
No, it's not. True enough.
See then? Now, can we just keep our minds on Pavlena?
And who was Pavlena's...
A girl from the charcoal burners. They left the county and I think she had no one else. I buried her myself. No one came for her.
And do you know anything about Pavlena's father?
I don't know who he was. Pavlena's mother was very young.
Have you seen a stray dog around?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Sakra. Do you have any idea?
If I were a dog, I'd go to where there's food.
Do you think he'd go and steal leftover food?
I don't know much about dogs. You wouldn't be the first or the last. Maybe your dog's gone fat. Take care, Henry.
Maybe I boiled those nettles longer than I should have. It's no wonder it turned out bad with such dried up herbs.
Piss off!
My dog got lost not far from here. Did you see him by any chance?
I haven't seen any dogs round here for a while. But I hear there's wolves in the forest. Just the other day, a shepherd boy from Copenina complained that his sheep were being eaten by the flea-ridden beasts.
Where can I find this shepherd?
Siegfried? He has a hut at Copenina. It's just below the castle, on the back slope of the hill.
And you haven't heard anything else about wild dogs?
Here, in the tavern? No. But there was a fella here who gets by. He said once he was hunting when, right in front of him, a large pack attacked a deer.
Do you know where that was?
How would I know where he go?
I saw you have quite a nice bull here.
Do you mean the white one? It belongs to old Olbram. Or rather, Olbram belongs to the bull. The old geezer don't have nothing else on his mind besides that bull of his. He barely even comes to the inn anymore because he's always watching it.
Do you think Olbram would sell the bull?
Who's asking? You? Take a look at yourself. You look like you just crawled out of a cow's arse.
He watches the bull? How so?
He has his farm hands. I can't really blame him. I just feel sorry.
What's going on around?
Vostatek, Lord von Berghoff's huntsman, is a regular here. He might have some work for you. He's got a cottage near Vidlark Pond. So if you know your way round the woods, you could go and offer him your help. I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. He's my best customer. One more thing. You're not going to believe this, but 2 local lads claim they found a water goblin's treasure.
You have a water goblin here.
It would be a wonder if we didn't, with all the ponds around. He's got a hut nearby. If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
Where did you say the water goblin's hut was?
If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond,
And what did they find there? Are you sure they didn't make it up?
I thought so too, but then they ordered wine and paid with silver.
Would you happen to know what...
They often swim at the other side of the rock.
Any other news?
Recently, a bunch of charcoal burners who I started talking to them and
Why?
they said a pack of wolves.
Aren't wolves afraid of people?
That's what I thought too. It's strange.
Did they tell you where it happened?
In a gorge above the Rock Tower Pond. They noticed the wolves watching them from the rocks. If you climb up those rocks, you'll be able to see the whole pond from there.
Did they tell you how large the pack was?
They mentioned 3 wolves, but God knows if that's all of them.
Do you have any more news?
By the way, we've put together this wee fight club here. Would you like to try it?
That sounds good.
It actually came about by chance with then other blokes from the village. By the way, old Olbram from Shelley. If you go and see him, I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. He takes a bit of getting used to.
Oh? What do you mean?
You'll see. I mean, here, and that's pretty much everything.
Thanks, innkeeper. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about these fights of yours.
It's really quite simple. You bet some money and fight against 3 blokes in turn. Our first fighter is Hans, a local musician. He may not look like much, but he knows a few tricks. Then we have Bohunek here. He works with horses, so he has more than enough strength to spare. And then there's Fiala, a good bloke, but Dorothy, his wife, has forbidden him from fighting.
Can I get something to...
And for how?
Just for tonight.
All right, then.
Good day.
Put that weapon away.
Show me your... I'd like to discuss the price.
All right,
Is this enough?
we're getting close. Aye. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, what do they call you?
Henry,
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
yeah? I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semyon.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing.
Great. Find some iron.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get every...
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Stop faffing about and get the things for... Excuse me? Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Works better. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. For fuck's sake, Henry! What are you waiting for? Move the sword! Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out fast. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Greetings.
Henry, when you've got a workpiece heated up, you can't just stand there and gape at it. Hurry up now. It's cooling and you're not doing anything. Henry, when you've got a workpiece heated up, you can't just stand there and gape at it. Move it. You're standing there like a fence post. You call this working? It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. Sparks are flying nicely.
Fuck me.
Sparks. That's the stuff. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks, it rings out with a different sound.
What's the right way to heat up?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. The main thing is, don't work it cold, but don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off,
Why should I forge evenly?
if you keep hammering the same spot, but jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. The best thing to do is aim.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finish,
Thanks.
you can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use... Any questions?
Where can I get my...
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with... This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What can I do with...
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is...
At the side of the house, there are 2 doors, and you can put your things in the chest there.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. You're pretty good at swords. But what the... Right. Here are some simple drawings that you can get down to it.
Just like that?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll... Christ almighty.
should heat it up again. I have to hammer it more evenly. It needs heat. It's cold.
Here, girl. Dig in. Go on. Chicky, chicky, chick. Here it comes.
I should move it. Well, I'm about halfway done.
All right.
I should heat it up again.
Christ, what a day.
Good. This won't take long now.